So I have a lot of questions for you today. And these questions that I ask you, they are meant to provoke self-reflection. See, we are people who always want some answer so we can jump to a conclusion. Yeah, so the questions that I'm asking you are not designed to make you jump to another conclusion in life. Okay, these questions are designed to open up possibilities for us. Now imagine if there is no right and no wrong in your life. Okay, suppose you've dropped it completely. Your mind has stopped doing this. This is right, this is wrong. Yeah, what would your life look like? Think and tell me. If there is no right and wrong, what would your life look like? Yes, Reddy Garu.
I'll be the happiest person because I will always be in allowance.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for sharing that. Yes, Rika.
There will be more peace.
Okay, but I really appreciate your answers. But I want you to do a little deep dive, okay? So if there is no right and wrong, how would your different relationships show up? Think about your relationships. That is where we do most of the right and wrong, no? So if you look at the significant people in your life and imagine that you have no right, no wrong, then what would happen to those relationships?
They will start judging us.
Oh, really?
They'll
This
be
is a
more
generic
healthier.
answer.
They'll be more healthier because
Okay,
there
look
won't be
at
disputes.
they will be more healthier. They will not be disputes. Okay, that's what Rekha is saying. All right, Kulraj.
Yeah, namaste to everyone. Uh, right and wrong will always be there in my perception. And one cannot escape from
That's
that.
not. I'm asking you to give a
No,
discourse on that.
discourse,
Right?
it is not the discourse.
Suppose,
Sorry.
listen, my friend. I'm asking you to imagine a scenario when your mind has stopped doing this right and wrong business. Okay, then what would your relationships look like? I agree
I
with you
am not
what you're
able,
saying.
to be frank, I am not able to imagine a life without right and wrong. That is what I'm telling. It is part and parcel of the thing. Otherwise, you are dead. It is a human nature. If there is a black and white, there will be thing. How we accept is important. I'm not giving discourse. How we accept that is very important, wherein we show tolerance to the wrong. We do understand it is wrong or right. We say, okay, wrong is also right. That is the way we reconcile ourselves.
You see, I understand that you have a strong point of view that it's impossible not to have right and wrong. I agree with you. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's a correct point of view. But I'm just saying, imagine for a moment if you didn't have any right or wrong, that people stopped doing right, wrong. You know, that mostly in relationship, what happens? I'm right, you're wrong. The other person saying, I'm right, you're wrong. Suppose this right and wrong was dropped. Can you even imagine a scenario? What would life look like? See, Raj is talking from his practical observations in his life that it virtually seems impossible that we will drop that. I mean, we are hardwired, no? He's right. We are so hardwired. No, this is right, this is wrong. I mean, all the problems in this world are happening only because of that, no? People get stuck in who's right and who's wrong and all that stuff. But I'm asking you to imagine a scenario, Raj Saab. We'll drop that. I mean, let's not get into debate again here also who's right and who's wrong. I mean, I can always say ki Raj Saab is right and I'm wrong. Right? But then we are back to that, no? Suppose There's no right and there's no wrong. It just is. What would relationships look like? What would business look like?
I
What
have,
Raj Saab is saying is something very strongly. All of us believe like that. Okay, that's why we are not dropping it. I do not deny what he's saying. But if we did,
Sir, there won't be chances of getting unhappy again and again.
okay, very good. Thank you very much. Raj Saab, are you considering and contemplating on what I'm saying? So on the one hand,
Yes.
what you say may be right because that's what we see and observe from our childhood. Right? We've been hardwired and programmed to believe like that. Maybe true. I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's true, right, wrong, or whatever. I'm just saying, imagine, suppose the world dropped this right, wrong. And if you look also, since we have such a vast experience, how many problems arise only because of this right, wrong business? I can share, just hang on, Hari and Anita, I'll come back to you. In my, space when I talk to people, counsel a lot of people, and especially in disputes, like marital disputes and other things. And they keep on saying, oh, he's wrong, he did like this, he's doing this, he did like this. I say, hello, okay, why are you so much concerned about who's right and who's wrong? What is it that you want? पहले तो ये सोचो ना. Suppose both of you stopped this game of kind of trying to prove who's right and who's wrong, and let's get back to what is it that you desire. So that's, I have to always take the conversation there. And they are stuck because who's right and who's wrong. You know? So I'm saying, let's imagine. No, imagination has no, we can imagine without right and wrong, correct? So you cannot say, sir, how can I imagine something that's not possible or that's not true? ऐसा तो नहीं है ना. Yeah, Hari.
Sir, if I equate right and wrong to the apple given by God to Eve and Adam and Eve, so the relationships would be what Adam and Eve had relationship just before the apple was given to them. That would be the case, and if what happened after the apple was given. So that is the thing I would like. Purely love will be there. There will be facts. There will be truth. There is nothing other than that. If right and wrong perception is not carried forward. So that is my submissions.
Okay. So look, these are all very nice generic answers. If I look at my life today, or if you look at your life today and the network of relationships that you have and the work that you do and everything else that you do, right? If there was no right or wrong, what would it look like? Ashok ji says that we will become primitive like monkeys and act on instinct. But that's also another very interesting point of view.
Everybody
Malika ji?
everybody will be very happy.
Okay.
but
Yeah, but look at your life, okay? Obviously, everybody, I mean, seems to be that everybody will be happy. But what difference will it make in your life, in your everyday life that we lead? A lot of times, have you noticed that even though we may not say something to anyone in our family, but because we are saying this is right or this is wrong, how much we are getting upset ourselves? You accept it and say what to do there like this. ठीक है ना? गौतम जी.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I just perceive a very good situation. If there is a right and wrong, it will be like a divine situation. Lord Buddha or like that, he was having like, I will be happy.
He was in total allowance, no?
Yes. Happy.
Right. Thank you very much. Yes, Malika ji.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for giving this peace, joy, and glory to enter into EMC. First of all, if there is no right and wrong, there will be no guilt feeling. Only the love and happiness only will be there within our mind, and we can do our job with ease, joy. That's what is coming in.
Okay,
There is no
thank you very much.
no right, no wrong. Thank you, sir.
Yes, Hari.
Yeah, I would like to give a more specific one, sir. If someone said, what is light? Light is the absence of darkness. When the darkness is not there, that is what we call it as light. The same way, if you put this to right or wrong, when absence of wrong is where the right exists. So if we remove all that, that's what I was trying to say. Only truth, love, and relationships will be flourishing. That's what I was trying to say. So it will be more allowance will be there. They will not be resisting on something that, okay, this person has done something wrong. There won't be any perception. There will be more allowance of let go. You'll let others to be and say, not stop them. There won't be any perception that, okay, this person has done right. And therefore my point of view is this, your point of views will not exist. There'll be only facts will be there. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much for sharing it. And my question is that how would it make your life different if you stop doing that?
When the benefits of being in allowance will be there. So I will be able to be peaceful. I can do my work with more focus. And
now put your attention on
relationships.
Suppose you were to focus your attention on your different relationships and the different people you meet and the business that you do. Okay. And everything. If you had dropped this right and wrong, how would it be different now?
I will be a lot of allowance. That's what I could get. I'll be in allowance.
My question is, if you are in allowance, what will change in the relationship? Allowance will be there, that's fine.
Exponentially flourish, and it will expand like anything.
Okay, how many of you remember we had done, I think, a couple of times the session on, 5 elements of intimate relationship. Now, intimate doesn't necessarily mean intimate the way you and I understand it. When I say intimate, I mean being very close to people, when there is very strong affinity, there's very close, open communication, etc. What are the 5 elements of, anybody remember that?
Honor, trust, allowance, gratitude, and vulnerability.
Right, honor, trust, allowance, and vulnerability is the space where you are the closest to someone. Right? Now imagine if you're not always walking around with this filter called right, wrong, or good and bad, will it allow you to honor people more?
Yes.
Yes.
See, all the people whom you're not truly honoring. See, saying that I honor you is different from actually honoring someone, right? So ask yourself a question. If I don't honor someone, why don't I? Let's talk about that. If I don't truly honor someone, I'll come to you, Valigazar. I have not forgotten. If you truly honor someone, like really, when you really genuinely honor someone, I wonder how many people in our life we have that we truly honor like that. Tell me, can you truly honor anybody if you got any judgment about them?
No.
Because there also we've got some standard. No, if he is fulfilling these criteria, then I will honor. So I will honor father, I will honor God, I will honor teacher, but I will not honor my children. Why? because they don't meet my expectation, my creation. I only created this fellow. I wish I'd created a better fellow. Then I would honor him. I mean, that's a joke, really. What you created is perfect, right? God creates perfection, right? I completely believe that whoever you may be, whatever you are, is 100% perfect, wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human being. And I don't care if you agree with me or not, I still honor you. So look at your life, and I mean, as I'm talking to you, I'm looking at my life. If I'm not truly honoring someone, why am I not doing that? There was a very old friend of mine, he used to say, "Ki na, hum log tarazu leke ghumte." You know what is tarazu? Raj sahab, you understand tarazu? Kal sahab, are you listening?
Yeah.
My friend used to say, "हम लोग तराजू लेके घूमते."
Balance.
Weighing machine.
Weighing machine.
Weighing.
वो weighing machine में हम देख रहे हैं कि भाई कौन अच्छा है कौन बुरा है, you know, who's right, who's wrong, do I agree with this fellow, does he agree with me or not, etc., etc. And वो तराजू में very few people fit, you know. So look at your life and see, okay, are you truly honoring? How many? Okay, let's look at trust part of it. So let me ask you a question. Who is the person who trusts unconditionally? When you throw that fellow up, he knows you're going to catch him. Who's that? Hello? You don't know that?
Almighty. No.
Who?
Almighty.
Your son.
Baby. No, as he grows up, he stops trusting, no?
Why, son? Your child.
Yeah, your child, daughter, son, whatever. That's why I said your baby. Baby boy or baby girl. Nowadays, there's a distinction. If they say baby means they're thinking girl. I don't know why they're thinking baby is a baby. Yeah.
Actually, whoever matters to you, it need not be your child, any relationship. The relationship is who matters to you. If that person is important to you and matters to you, you trust and then you.
Just
but
to
yeah.
add little lightness, Raj sir, certainly not son babies, but certainly not wife.
Right? There's some wives who trust their husbands unconditionally. See, we need to understand that our definition of trust itself is warped, you know. There are many conditions. If you meet the person who unconditionally trusts you is a small baby. Because he's not started judging anything in this world, you know. So have you noticed that many people will pick up a baby and throw him like that, right? And then because he knows you'll catch him, he's not bothered about it. The baby trusts unconditionally that he will be looked after, he or she. He has no doubts. And you know something? Nobody takes advantage of this little baby. Everybody cares for him, everybody loves him. So that pure, most of the time we don't have that pure. And Raj Saab said a very beautiful thing that you're very close to someone, they know you for many years. And the ones whom you share intimacy with, they will trust you unconditionally. But how many people are there like that? And the third one, which we say is allowance, being in allowance, not acceptance, but in allowance. No conditionality there. I will be in allowance of this person if he meets my criteria. No. And then gratitude. Maliga Saab, I hope you have not forgotten what you wanted to say. So imagine a world, you know, where we are close, everybody is close to one another. There's no separation. How much struggle will go out of it? How many times you've seen, for a simple thing, you tell someone, they'll get into argument with you. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a simple thing here. You do this, either they do it or say, I don't want to do it. Don't do it. What are they doing? Good, bad. No, I don't agree. Why I should do like this? Why I should do not like this? Blah, blah, blah. So imagine a world when you dropped all your good and bad, and you dropped all your right and wrong. You dropped all your agree, I don't agree, all that stuff. How would life show up? And believe you me, we'll not become animals. I promise you we won't, because we've got that inner conscience that is driving us, Our unconscious mind, it has a built-in this thing which will make you do something which is good for the greater good. This has been imposed upon us that if we stop judging, if we don't see what is right and wrong, then we will start living like animals. But you know something, there is more order in the animal universe than we have, by the way. If you look at nature, it is thriving. They're not going around thinking, this is a good tree and this is a bad tree, so let me cut this fellow because he's not good. See, these questions are supposed to provoke you. Are you getting provoked?
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Balika sir, what was it you wanted to say? We cannot leave you incomplete, sir.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to tell that this right or wrong, all things we can bring it to our mind when for the act of others, not for us. Because when we don't think which is right, which is wrong, we keep doing, but other people will start judging us, and they will be annoyed with us on the act of us, which we didn't felt that it is right or wrong.
Okay.
Maybe,
So-
yes, act of others, if we accept that there is nothing right or wrong done by others, we will be at peace. Definitely one way it is right, but it is not reverse, vice versa is not true what is I'm telling.
Okay, maybe. I mean, if that's what you choose to believe. Yes, Rekha.
Sir, I also got a thought right now that if we even don't judge the situations that come in our life as if these are wrong situations or right situations, then how would we feel? It will be so much ease, more joy. We'll allow ourselves to be happy. We won't judge that my life is miserable. I'm not enjoying it
Yeah.
because so and so things are happening. So whatever is happening, if we just don't label it as wrong, it will be so nice. More
Yeah.
peaceful.
And you know something, Rekha, thank you very much for saying what you said. You know what will happen if we start doing that? We will have unconditional, like Major Narayanan saying, we'll have a life of ease, joy, and glory for sure. And prosperity, and abundance of love, abundance of happiness, abundance of support, abundance of everything that we desire. Unfortunately, it seems to be very difficult for people to drop that right and wrong, good and bad, agree, disagree. We've been planted with so many shoulds, na? You know what is a should? SHOULD. We are full of shoulds. This should be like this should not be like this.
Yes.
Like God came and told us, which way it should be. I'm sure he told the animals also. You know how many shoulds are driving us? Should I do this? Should I do that? This is right, this is wrong. If I do like this, they will judge me. They will think I'm a bad fellow. But just because you stop judging yourself, it doesn't mean you do bad deeds, no? Or whatever is called bad. We've been talking last couple of times about listening to the voice of your intuition. Infallible. God has put in this thing inside of us, right? It will immediately tell you. It's like an awareness. Okay, don't do this. There is no right or wrong, yet it may say, hey, don't do this, don't do it. Or it may say, do this, do it. But we have to decondition ourselves now from years and years and years of programming, right? See, my only intention so first of all, thank you very much for each and every person for contributing to this conversation. Right, Raj Saab, thank you very much for your comments. Okay. See, I like Raj because he comes with a very practical standpoint, right? He's talking about the way things are in this world. There's no denying that. That's the way things are. We've all seen it. I mean, we are all almost the same age, more or less, right? But this is the world that we made, no? And we are reaping the consequences of that only, no? Yeah, Kal Raj, and then we'll, sorry. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'll take, sorry, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just less than a minute I'll take. The question was right or wrong. Yes, that becomes judgmental. But when we were comparing if there is no right, wrong is a thing, then we become child, because a child doesn't know what is right, what wrong, like you were telling. We all become a child. We don't look at things. You are not audible, sir.
I said you will become childlike. You will not become a child.
if we go into that world, we all will become child. Then it is only likes and dislikes. It's like I like particular time. It may not be consistent. I like it today. I may not like it in the next moment. I may start disliking. So it will be unstable situation where the thing is there. But yes,
we don't
right or
that
wrong,
we don't know.
Judgmental. Thank you, sir.
See, what you're saying, if we do this, this will happen, that we don't know. One thing is, we will be living more spontaneously. We'll be living more for the moment, right? We'll experience more joy, more happiness. That's for sure. And all the problems. See, this whole business of right and wrong comes along with what? Agree, disagree. It comes along with it should be like this, it should not be like this. And with all this, what happens is we are not experiencing any freedom to be alive.
Yes, I mean, judgmental. We become judgmental. That means we live for that moment only. It is.
So that's why I said the question was, imagine what will happen if we stop doing that. So I asked this question to some sales guys, I said, what will happen if you drop your right and wrong? They said, sir, we'll be making more sales calls. You got that? So think on this. That's the thought for the day. If you dropped your right and wrong, good and bad, agree, disagree, and it should be like this, then it should be like that, then what possibilities will show up in life? Yes, Hari, sir.
Sir, there will be a lot of freedom, sir. Now I get the exact word. There will be a lot of freedom. Freedom not forced from external things. It will be internal freedom. You will able to do what you are doing with more confidence, and this thing. That is the word I wanted to say.
Beautiful. Yeah. And shall I tell you the final thing? You will have more choices in life. You will open up the doors to making more choices in life. All right. So thank you very much.